All right, so people been asking about the fog machine and fog chiller. If you're gonna do an outdoor application for a haunt or whatever, get a good fog machine. Like a Chave is a good one. You want at least 1,000 watts. I mean, anything below that, you're gonna have a hard time. An outdoor scene, filling that up. This one's high end. You can see it shows you fluid level, how much fog juice. You also have connected here. Got one for a timer, so you could set it up where you can have it, fog every 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds for how long you want it to fog for. It has continuous fog, a manual fog. I also have another hookup for a remote, so I can press the remote for whenever I want it to fog. I have the funnel on top. I just open this up, drop the funnel in, put more fog juice in. Now, right here's the cooler, which I painted black, obviously, so it blends into the yard. The whole purpose of this is to be a fog chiller, is to chill the fog down when it comes out. The fog comes out really hot, and then it'll rise up in the air. This will flow through this tube. The reason it's up here is for several reasons. One, it holds the fog machine so it doesn't take up more space and harder to hide. And two, is it goes through this tube. You want this separation of at least an inch or two because the fog will hit the air and expand and blow up and become thicker fog. People sometimes tape this like this, and then the fog just goes in as a liquid and it loses everything, its momentum, and you lose everything. So this creates the effect. It makes the fog get bigger. So then the fog goes down in here into the cooler. When you do it this way too, a lot of the fog doesn't come back up and out because it goes in like this. You want like a 3-inch inlet, but then when you want it to come out, you want like a 4-inch, so then like more comes out. So then if you take this off, I looked at like a lot of designs, a lot of different ones. So move this out of the way. One, I also have this like insulated, you can see this weather stripping around right here, so I don't lose a lot of the fog to come out. In here, I got some ice packs, and this was filled with ice. The fog goes in here, goes through, comes up through here, hits the roof of the cooler, and then bounces down through the ice, directly through the ice. There's a lot of these that don't go directly through the ice, so it doesn't get as cold. Then I have this little chicken wire so the ice doesn't fall down, and then it goes out through the 4-inch outlet. But also, I could have had all of the ice all throughout the bottom, but I left like an expansion chamber in the bottom where there's no ice. And what happens is that after the fog hits the top, it goes through, the ice comes out there. It has that expansion chamber, so there's always, the cooler's filled with fog. So even between cycles, it's cycling out fog, just seeping out and collecting. So, and it would have been even more sick if I had dry ice to keep it even colder. But this is a good way to go, and I researched a lot of designs. And then I plumbed it. I used hole saw with 3.5-inch hole saw over here. Then I used PVC like pool piping glue to seal it up. I used a little Gorilla Glue at first to kind of get it to hold, and then I sealed it up with the PVC. This is a little shelf that you get at Home Depot just to create the separation. Little chicken wire, little piping, and then paint it black. This is the way to go.